Hey everybody, Cokeman 250 here. We're going to take the old Jeep out in the pasture, just drive around out in the pasture a little bit, look for a little bit of deer track. My pasture ain't real big, but I ain't drove the Jeep in a while, so we're going to take it out and got a little something on my mind we're going to talk about. So here we go. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's been a while since I drove it. Wanted a Jeep my whole life. Got one about the same time I got a company vehicle. So I never drive my Jeep. Alright, here we go.
Fish fry. We're gonna have a fish fry. Yes, sir, it's all fine in river country.
Oh yeah, little George Strait. Set the mood.
We loaded up my old station wagon with a tent, a Coleman,
and sleeping bags,
some fishing poles, a cooler of Cokes. 3 days before we had tequila.
7 years. Nothing better than an Arkansas style tactical flashlight holder to hold your pasture gate shut. Alright. And by the way, Monday it was 88 degrees here. And then that was the high Monday. Yesterday the high was 50, and today it's 47. Wow. Crazy weather. You know, I hadn't been out here in a while, and I've noticed there was another big cedar fell on me. I've had a lot of big cedars over here, and they're just falling. But that's okay. I'll go over there and cut all the branches off that one. Cut me a big chunk off of the end. Might get 2 out of that one. Get me a couple more seats for the campfire. There's the old Chevy truck. It's starting to become one with the pasture. You know, it's pretty rough when you weed eat and find a truck. But got a video coming up on that one here pretty soon too. I'm going to drag it out of here and start working on it. So let's see what our options are here. Like I said, I'm just coming out here to drive around the pasture. I haven't been out here in a while. But what I was going to talk to you about was you know, nowadays it just seems like we go from Halloween to Christmas. And you know, we've done that because retail stores have made us do that. You know, from a retail point, I see why they do it. You know, you pick up a lot of sales for candy and such, for Halloween, costumes. And then Christmas, you know, it's always the big year for retail, the big season. So But you know, let's not forget about Thanksgiving. Just because retail tries to push us into forgetting about Thanksgiving, let's not. Thanksgiving is a very, very important holiday. You know, my family growing up was not church people. You know, until I got married, I can't remember my grandparents ever going to church. Until I was 14 or so, I don't remember my parents ever going to church. So growing up, we all got together as a family on Thanksgiving though, and we at the dinner we always had a long prayer, a long blessing. And I never thought too much about it when I was a kid. You know, I just thought we were saying how thankful we were, you know, for different things. And I didn't put two and two together and think when I was younger that, you know, we're giving thanks to God for everything we have. It wasn't until I became older and realized it's a big part of Thanksgiving. And you know, that's the Christian point of it. You know, let's be thankful for what we have. You know, as a society, we're not very thankful anymore for the things we get, for the things we have. You know, we want more all the time. It's hard to satisfy our hunger for things. And you know, it's becoming more and more of a problem. But instead of, you know, even talking to the non-Christian people, you know, Thanksgiving is a time to give thanks for the things you have in your life. Whether you thank God for them or not, it's a thanks to having your family. It's a thanks to the family of what they've done for you in their lives. You know, call your parents up and say, hey, thank you for working all those years to take care of me. Thank you for being there when I needed you. And, you know, my parents, they worked all the time when I was a kid. And I'm very, very thankful for that. You know, when I was younger, I never realized it until I became old enough to, when I started working and became a parent myself. There's a lot that goes into it. And I'm very thankful for what my parents, you know, done for me when I was younger. So that's just what I had on my mind. You know, retail wants us to skip over Thanksgiving because there's not a lot of things to buy besides food items. But let's not skip over Thanksgiving. And let's really have a great Thanksgiving this year. Let's put a lot of effort into giving thanks to the ones we love and the ones that have helped us. You know, if you're a Christian, as I am, give thanks to God. Give thanks to God for all the many, many blessings that He's laid upon us. You know, we're very thankful to just be born in America. Yeah, you know, America is having some rough times right now. But I'll tell you what, we could be in a whole lot worse places with a whole lot less freedoms. They may be restricting them, but we still have a whole lot more freedom than a lot of countries. So that's my message today and what I wanted to share. You know, I also want to drive out here and look for some track. Looks like we got a little deer path here. Look at that. There's some droppings right there, all up and down. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there's a little path that goes, you can see where they've been walking it. You know, fix start kicking up the feeder. And I don't know if you can see my house from here. You know, it ain't that far out there. But I set up there on my back deck, and that's where I do most of my deer hunting. But you can see these paths they got where they've been walking through here. And here's my feeder. It ain't nothing spectacular, you know. Oh yeah. And if some of you caught my video response to one of Inbound's contests a long time ago about a problem I had with a 55-gallon drum, there it is, Inbound. Apparently it ain't blowed up yet. So, no, I don't have anything illegal in it either. I mean, come on. I'm gonna walk back to the Jeep and we'll drive around some more. Kinda miss it. Gonna make us another little lane. Oh yeah. This would be great if I had a tripod set up. Just watching me do it from a distance. This could be my Golden Globe or my Oscar. Well, so yeah, take her out of 4-low. Is it okay to smell something burning when you're driving? I don't know. Alright, see if I can get through here without hitting one of these trees that fell over. Look at that. Left me a little path. I was thinking about me when they fell. Look at this. I'm sad of how the old truck just sits out here and becomes one. You know, this was my first truck ever. Look at that. You see it? Cowboy up. Let's go back here behind the barn. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on the inside of my barn one time. I'm gonna start doing some work on the inside of my barn and making some shelving and stuff. But see that pipe coming out of the barn there? I got a 55-gallon drum wood stove in there, and I didn't have any tin snips at the time, so I cut me a hole in the side of the barn with an axe. I used redneck Arkansas style tin snips, and that's the old chimney pipe coming out. Works like a champ. So we'll drive on up here, turn around. Like I said, I ain't been out here in a while, so I like to kind of get a layout once in a while, drive it, and especially getting around deer season. I come out here, and actually that's how Arkansas style bush hogging, and I might do a video on Arkansas style bush hogging. It's where you just keep driving over and make your shooting lanes. So, well, folks, that about does it. This is Cokeman 250 from the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless. And remember, prep smarter and pray harder.